It is very easy when you're in a room like this, full of people who've worked in science, worked with science, seen what it does, done research, to go, isn't this obvious? But it's not obvious. It really isn't to the rest of, they do other things and they think about other things, and there are many, many other important things in their heads. So it is always key for us to be able to think, how do I explain what I do that actually has an impact on lives, that is something that would generate economic growth, that does provide societal good or is good for the public services. This is a continuous case, and it runs through from the funders doing that. I mean, a large part of my job is speaking to people in government and civil service in the UK, explaining and explaining and explaining. And it's the case studies and it's the numbers. But it is also incumbent on individual scientists to do this. We cannot sit back, I'm an academic for the other half of my life, and go, well, everyone should know what I do is worth it. My phrase on this is, I have this thing which I say a lot, which is, I should be able to explain to my mum why this is a good idea. So, my mum has not much of an idea of what I do for my research career. She was a school secretary. But effectively, she pays my salary because it's public money. So if I cannot even explain to her why it is important that I am allowed to do research and that research will make a difference to people's lives, then I'm not doing very well. So I think it is incredibly important that we think about it in those terms, that it is a privilege to get to do this, and it is one that is important. I firmly believe it's very important. And each of us in our individual places can do that. So as people have said, it's really important to talk to the people who are local to you, be that your representatives in those areas, but also local to you, local to your university, local to where you work. But it is also important if you're... It's also important if you're part of a larger organisation where you're allowed into other types of rooms. It's an amazing discovery for me, the types of rooms I've been allowed into for last year, to do the same thing, to explain it in the terms that the people the other side of the table can understand. Because it is really important, and we have an absolute responsibility to make that case. Because if we think it's that important, we have to make sure we've made the case so it will happen, so that research and innovation will make a difference going forward.
Perfect.